up, Smith Game friends? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to review another Hanna-Barbera movie slash TV show. And this one is a movie, and this one is a very good one. It's a good one, and that is the Flintstones. That's right, guys, the 1994 movie. And before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, turn this on if you guys want to see more videos. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome, and if you're an old subscriber, welcome back. And now, new video, my friends, let's review the Flintstones that came out back in 1994. So let's do the Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Let's do it, shall we? So the Flintstones. So first of all, guys, you already know the Flintstones is a live action adaptation of the 1960 to 1969 cartoon that I really enjoyed loving. I grew up with that series. Well, not back in the 60s. When I was a little kid, a little boy basically, and I watched that cartoon on Boomerang, sometimes on Cartoon Network, and it was really a lot of fun. But this movie was a really good movie. I really enjoyed this movie. It was really cool. You got John Goodman in here, who actually did Monsters Inc. He was in Transformers. He was in Arachnophobia. He was in a lot of films and also TV shows as well. And also you got Rick Moranis, I think what his name is. He actually was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He did Ghostbusters. He did a lot of things, and that's really cool. And also there's a prequel called The Flintstones via Rock Vegas, and I will definitely review on the channel. And I know you guys will be thinking, Smith James, why are you doing this one first instead of doing the prequel? That's the reason, because this film came out first and then the sequel. The sequel came out in the early 2000s basically. But this one came out in the mid-90s. So basically, yeah. And anyway, guys, in my opinion, I absolutely love this movie. And the reason why I love this movie, because one, it's the Flintstones. Two, it's set in the prehistoric times. And that's really cool, where dinosaurs, really, guys? Yeah, dinosaurs. Yeah. And basically, you guys never heard of the Flintstones. The Flintstones are a cave people family who actually live in Bedrock, where Fred is a Bronto crane operator, and he goes yabba dabba doo basically. Or the stuff, his wife Wilma, got Dino, who is dog, and all kinds of stuff basically. Yeah. So now, guys, let's get into the story of the Flintstones. If you guys never seen this movie, please go check out the movie. It's really cool. I had a really hard time finding it on streaming, so I managed to watch clips of it on YouTube basically. And like, come on, everything on YouTube, right? YouTube is the best basically, and all that kind of stuff. So guys, please check it out. It's really awesome film. And yeah, so now, in no dilly, let's jump into the film. Well, the story, the plot, basically. I have watched the movie recently, a few days ago. I watched in part 1, 2, 3, 4, like in parts on YouTube. I watched them because there's nowhere else to watch it, so I watched that. And I actually remember it when I first watched it, basically. So it's not very hard to remember. Okay? So it says here, I did my own in my own words, basically, it's as if Fred Flintstone, a big and supporting caveman who lives in the town of Bedrock with his wife Wilma and daughter Pebbles, when he gave money. Pebbles. When he gave money to his best friend Barney to help him adopt a baby. So you guys know the baby he had was Bam Bam. You know, Bam Bam with that thing, yeah? So basically, yeah. As time goes on, at work, Barney changes his IQ test with Fred during the executive search program, which makes him get promoted on a new job. However, Cliff Vandercave, not the other character that was in the prequel, plans to destroy Fred's life by splitting his friendships and relationships apart. So Fred needs to wait again time to remind his friends and family and take down Cliff. Can Fred and Barney rekindle their friendship and also Fred's family as well before Cliff succeeds? So basically, guys, this movie follows Fred, who's on his normal day, where he comes home after work. So you guys know the actual opening, the actual recreate the opening, where you got a Bronto, then he slide down the actual Bronto's tail, where he jumps into his vehicle, and then he goes to the cinema. That was really cool. I love that. So basically like that, and he actually with Barney, and they're very excited about the B127. No, not B127. B25 basically. The pop group basically, who actually sings Rome. He sing what that song, man? I forgot that song. What that song? I've got it called Love Shack. Everyone, Love Shack, basically like that. I like that song, really cool. So you guys know they actually sang the actual theme song for this, really cool, and also did a music video of them as well, really cool. So anyway, Fred got back home, and he's actually he was happy to be home with his daughter and all that stuff, but Wilma was getting a little bit anxious because the money that she had was missing, and Fred's like, I don't know what you're about, like, all that stuff. He might be down the drain. So basically, yes. So you guys know back in the prehistoric times, they got dinosaurs, they got brontosaurs, they got the mammoths as faucets, faucets or taps, basically. They have dinosaurs as pets, and you also have a big green pig, big warthog as your sink. Who actually eats all the things. Yeah. So you don't know that. Basically, it's weird, but it's what it's like. That's what that might be like in the Stone Age, basically. So anyway, he told Wilma, I give money to Barney, so he'd adopt a baby because Barney wants a child. He wants to be a father, right? That he wants. So they went to adoption place, and so they fainted adopting orangutan. Well, he wasn't. So they adopted a wild boy named Bam Bam, who's raised by mastodons, and they chased him all kind of stuff, because he's very wild, and they had to clean him up and all kind of stuff, try to teach him things, basically, yeah. So now we says where Fred had Barney's IQ when he changed it, got promoted. So that's where he did the IQ test to see which one the smartest. So Barney did that, and he actually give Fred the job basically. And Cliff was being like, "Oh, Fred, you're awesome, no time to stop." But guys, Cliff in it, back of his head, he's like, nah, I'm gonna stop you, you nasty caveman. I don't like you. He's like, I don't like you, basically. So he does something very seductive or stuff, try to seduce him in a sort of way, and that's where his family, that's where his family breaks up, and his relationship basically. And so he has a change of clothing. Barney has his work fired basically. That's where his friendship broke up. And Barney actually worked as a waiter. He had a job at Fred in his concert at one point. And so Fred needs to help. So he needs to recommend his friendships and relationships he has. And so he needs to go back to normal. That's what he wants. The way he was. That's what he wants to do. And so basically, this talking bird that they got, actually is the answers all that stuff. So Cliff wants the bird. So technically, yeah. So basically like that, Barney, Ashley, and Fred actually rekindle is no word for reunite or embrace, basically. They actually go back with Wilma and Betty. But they actually figured out that Cliff actually kidnapped the kids to exchange them for the bird. So Barney and Fred actually go to save the kids. And this is where we heard Bam Bam said, he said, "Hi, Dada," to Barney. Barney's like, "You did it! You told me Dada!" He went, "Knocked out." Really awesome. I love that scene. But they managed to stop Cliff and everything. And it was amazing until Mr. Slate, who is Barney's, who is Fred Barney's boss, actually want to promote them all kinds of stuff. And Fred's like, "Yabba dabba," and his lucky family is like, "You think that's a good thing?" But no. So anyway, after that, they arrested Cliff and this and that. And now he needs to, but he was about to give Fred that job, and Fred's like, "No, I want to have my original job back." That's what he did. But yeah. And then, after all that, the end scene where we all know for Fred, where they all drive home, and this is where Fred got locked out of his own house by this Smilodon, basically. He went, "Wilma!" He goes, "Wilma!" Basically like that. He goes, "Wilma!" Basically, he tried to get back in his house, like that. And the Smilodon kicked him out. He's like, "Ugh." He's like, "Fine, I'll stay out here then." So that was really cool. I love that. Basically, yeah. So guys, that was the story of the Flintstones 1994 movie. Sorry I didn't take it more detail or to tie away. So, but you guys get the idea. It's about like Fred wants to be famous, wants to be more fortune, wants to be rich, right? That's what he's after. But like from poor to rich, and the rich back to, and he goes back to poor, basically. So all kind of stuff. So, but Mr. Slate all goes Fred Flintstone, basically. And also there's the part when they actually do the bowling. Basically, they have the I think it was the buffaloes. They have the watering buffaloes. They're actually doing this in this water. They goes put your head. They go, "Oh," basically like that. That's what they were doing, washing their face. Basically after the celebrating stuff. That was really cool. Basically, yeah. And guys, before I go, guys, I'm gonna rate this movie out of 10. Everything to 10. The music, the characters, the performances, everything was amazing. I love this movie. And also, my favorite scenes is the opening, where the normal opening of the cartoon. Really cool. I love that recreation. Bam Bam was really cool. Because you guys know there was a cartoon where Bam Bam and Betty were basically married and had kids, basically. That's the thing. And also there's the Flintstone kids. Guys, let me know. Have you ever seen the Flintstone kids? That was the original cartoon back in the 80s. You got Captain Caveman and Sand. Basically, you know that one? And Dolph. That was really cool. And Puppy Dino. I love Dino. Yes, I love it when he smacked. When he whipped. He actually whip Fred with his tail. I love that. And also, Barney reunites with Fred. I love that when he reunites with him and he reunites with his friends. I thought really cool. And the ending was really cool. We locked Fred out. Really awesome. And also, this movie is based on 19th century cartoon, and also in the first live action Fred movie. Well, Fred Flintstone movie, basically. Yeah. So, guys, that's my review of the Flintstones 1994 movie. Overall, the movie was absolutely cool. I really enjoyed this movie. Like, this movie was a really, like, one of my favorite childhood films I grew up watching. And I always watched this movie a few times, and I love this movie. I watched the prequel even more because that's like the prequel, how they, well, spoiler, you guys never seen it. A movie basically how they met. Basically, that's pretty cool, and I'll definitely do that on the channel at some point. Basically, yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I just want to give a shout out to my whole family, my cousins, basically the one who's like my little bro. Love him. You're watching, you know how many my little cousin. Love you. And all that stuff, and basically, yeah, and also his wife as well, really cool, basically, yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and my next review, I will be reviewing Lego Jurassic World, because that's why I'm wearing my Jurassic Park t-shirt, because I'm doing that next Wednesday, and next Saturday I'll be doing The Black Cauldron. That could be really cool, a nice Disney movie. And also, guys, let me just do this. I just want to say I'm really sorry that I didn't put up part 2 of the Marvel Avengers. It's because the one thing I find annoying, that I put up that video and keep saying copyright, and I turned the music off. I had the music off. I had the volume of the sound effects down, and I put the volume down and everything. I edited it, cropped it, everything, and still do it, and I'm not very happy with it. So I might move on to part 3, or I might do another video game. I might go back to Jurassic World Evolution 2. I might do that at some point, basically. Yeah. So, and also, guys, tomorrow is my part 24, maybe 24 or 25 of Disney Adventures, and that's where we're gonna help Baloo the Bear, and even more with Aladdin. That would be really cool, basically. Yeah. And also, when my cousins asked for Batman Arkham Knight, I'm gonna do that at some point. Okay, because I'll do that. I'll do that for you. Okay, you're watching. I'll do that for you. Okay, basically. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll do next time I'll see you all next time. More reviews like these. Please take care of yourself. Awesome. Like, comment. Bye.